title of this tapestry is Territory, Fields-of-Endeavour, and it got that title because it was something I thought was suitable to come to the Scottish Parliament, where we could put together a tapestry about Scottish endeavour and enterprise and effort. I made the work in 2004 in the spring and early summer, and I'd been working on the idea of territory and home and wondering, how could you specifically get to the idea of what home was. And then there was an article in the Observer by Neil Acheson at the time of the breakup of Yugoslavia, where he said home is ultimately where your dead are buried. And that intrigued me because I've been working with ideas of maps with a cross on it, X marks the spot. And so I then had a further thought about this mark and marker in that context, and I took that forward a bit in this tapestry, in the idea that all these little crosses could be a myriad of people through all the years of Scotland's existence. In this one, coming from the left-hand side, that was the mists of time. And then the bit in the middle was the effort, as I said, the enterprise, the endeavour, and each of these little squares could be thought of in that kind of way. But it also has a secondary thing that it looks slightly like the banners that you might find in Braveheart or down the Royal Mile, and so it's working on two levels. And then at the far side, you again come back to the unknown, the future, and so I made that a dark line, which holds it as a composition. But incorporated into the tapestry, there's lettering, which people may not see immediately, which is tapestry with lettering is very much a traditional thing, and it starts from these little kind of signal flags at the side, which are actually an alphabet that's been simplified down. And what I was doing was using all the names of Scotland from Alba through Pictavia, Pictland, all that kind of thing on there. And then in the middle, I looked for some quotations that I thought would encapsulate this building and things like that, and the past of Scotland, the present and the future. And at the far end, there's some lettering which is about the people who wove it, because traditionally that's what you would have on almost all tapestries. You find somewhere some evidence of the people who wove it. And it's woven as a high loom Gobelin tapestry, which is traditional French method, so that it is an object. It's not like an embroidery where you would stitch on a surface. This is an object where the design goes from front to back, so it's all of a piece, and in that way it has a slightly different feel than if it had been a stitched tapestry.